Hello everyone, it's me again, Steve Doja here, and we actually got some new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Battle Training Mode gameplay. Now this is actually new gameplay showing the Battle Training Mode in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This is obviously the new training mode where you get to customize all of your selections. We get to see a lot of new characters and gameplay in this Battle Training Mode too, as well as ultimate attacks we haven't seen before, supers we haven't seen before, and even the costume swapping feature that we have not actually got to see in-game before. Now, before I go on any further, PlayStation actually did put out a tiny trailer, so I will take you guys through that as we go on first. The small trailer put out actually shows Goten going Super Saiyan and even showing how to transform in the game by showing the inputs and how you do all of these things, such as flight, swapping characters, finishing combos, doing super attacks, etc, etc. So the mode is actually designed for, obviously, again, if you want to just hone your skills, whether you're a new player or an old player, you might want to, refresh on something, or maybe you want to, complete a combo, get better at the game in general, whatever training mode normally does in every Dragon Ball game, right? So that's a pretty cool thing that we actually got a training mode teaser, especially because, again, don't forget, we are getting a new update every day on this game, literally every day. Just subscribe now and hit the bell. Just save yourself the trouble. You know there's going to be something else tomorrow. Don't you want to see it? And now onto the PlayStation website. The PlayStation blog site actually says Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Battle Training Mode gameplay revealed. And this actually features a lot of stuff. First of all, I do actually want to talk about the Gohan in this, because you might be able to see it a tiny bit better here. But this Gohan is clearly DBS Gohan based on his hair, but he's got the moveset of the Dragon Ball Z Gohan. So this is like adult Gohan from the Buu saga, but with the DBS Gohan haircut. So I'm wondering, you can give characters outfits from DBS to their DBZ variants and vice versa. We know that because they confirmed with Android 18 that you can actually give characters different outfits based on, their eras, right? For example, you could have Goku in the Saiyan saga wear what he wears in DBS, or you could have Goku, in DBS wear what he wears in the Saiyan saga, which would be insane to see Goku wearing his classic versions of his gi, or the versions missing the blue undershirt, while being in Super Saiyan Blue. That stuff is amazing, but let's go from top to bottom first before we talk more about costumes and characters. Train alongside Gohan, Goten, and Piccolo to master the art of battle. Dragon Ball games have been making their mark in console gaming for over the last decade with the release of Xenoverse series, Kakarot, and Fighters. Now in 2024, Dragon Ball fans have gathered to celebrate the return of the beloved Budokai Tenkaichi series. This action battle franchise was last released in 2007 on the PlayStation 2 as Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 in the Americas and Europe, and Dragon Ball Sparking Meteor in Asia. Now keep in mind, if they don't reference Ultimate Tenkaichi or Tag Team Tenkaichi or any of those other spin-off games or side games or games that aren't really Tenkaichi games, they just have the name slapped onto them. They don't even reference Raging Blast, which uses the same models and super attack animations and all that stuff as Tenkaichi, which is just insane. But yeah, we know stuff like Raging Blast didn't actually make it into the game, so that's fine. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the next chapter in the Budokai Tenkaichi series, will launch on October 11th, 2024 on PlayStation 5. The installment not only continues the series' legacy, but also unifies it under one global name, Sparking Zero, bringing fans from all corners of the world together. Now keep in mind, when they say it launches on PlayStation 5, yes, it still comes out on Xbox and PC, but we are on the PlayStation site. We're not going to advertise Xbox and PC on the PlayStation site. So in case if anyone gets confused, no, this is still coming out for Xbox and PC. Then there's the release date trailer announcement. Now Ultra Instinct Goku still looks goddamn phenomenal. Smiling Ultra Instinct Goku too, which is, I get Goku can show emotion in the form that's not supposed to do that, but it still always catches me off guard when he actually shows a genuine full-on emotion, like a big smile or a really angry face, Sparking Zero will have a battle system that continues the 1 versus 1 3D battle formula pioneered by its predecessors. So there you go, there's no tag team in this. There's no 2v1 or 2v2s. It's just 1v1, but you can have up to 5 people on a team. So yeah. This formula allows fans to enjoy the full freedom of moving in 3 dimension and feel truly immersed in the world of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and its characters. Whether you've been a loyal fan for years or you're just starting your journey, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is designed with you in mind. Oh, very nice. It's been over a decade since the last installment, and we're thrilled to offer PS5 players a first look at the Battle Training Mode, a feature that will prepare you for the ultimate Dragon Ball battle experience. So we actually get to see our first gameplay screenshot here, and we can see that in the beginner section of the Battle Training Mode, stuff like basic maneuvers, close range maneuvers, using ki blasts, counters, using super attacks, and special maneuvers are all considered beginner stuff, You can also toggle input support, which I think would show you how to do the inputs while you're doing the training mode, I imagine. And you could see that if they pressed L1 or R1, they'd be able to go on to the next, which would be probably intermediate and hard or something like that. I imagine. So these are all the beginner stuff that we see so far. Also, another look at the game's like heads-up display and gameplay and stuff like that. And you know, that's nice. Again, these are newer images too. Like, look how good the Gohan looks. Like, the Gohan's pretty much the only thing you could see here, right? He looks pretty crazy. The arches and the rocky pathways, they all look great. All of that stuff looks really, really nice. So, yeah, I just wanted to hang on that image for a bit because it looks really good. Training mode. For players new to the franchise or veterans who need a refresher, there is a robust training mode between classic Master and Apprentice Piccolo and Gohan, with Goten also making an appearance. While the training mode covers the basic commands in the game, it also delves into the intermediate and advanced techniques for players to explore and alerts players if they have successfully executed the actions covered in the instructions they are given. Okay, we saw that in the trailer. Beginning with the basics, battle training mode allows players to choose a level at which they want to start. Players can start at the beginner level, learning how to fly, using ki blasts and counters. And you can actually see, here is gameplay showing Gohan actually doing a super attack. The one where we actually get to see that he is DBS, like, he's got the DBS Gohan look, but he's clearly DBZ Gohan by his character model in the top left. I mean, we know this is DBZ Gohan because he's got the exact same attacks as he had in the gameplay demo, and his model's the same as the gameplay demo. And I don't think that Gohan was called Gohan Super. I'm pretty sure he was just a Gohan who could go Super Saiyan 1 and 2. He would have been able to go Potential Unleashed as well, but that wasn't in the demo because that was Dragon Ball Z Gohan. You can also learn special commands such as changing characters and transformations. And here we can actually see the switch feature being done. It's a very simple feature. You simply press left on the D-pad. This would be the same for both Xbox and PlayStation. You just press left on your D-pad. And then the pop-up should come up showing you what transformations or switches you have available. Now, if left on the D-pad is how you switch, probably right on the D-pad or up on the D-pad or down on the D-pad is how you trigger the other menus such as emotes, fusion, transformations if your character, you know, confused. So yeah, that's some pretty good insight. The D-pad will be used more for like utility stuff like this. Meet in the middle of intermediate to advanced techniques. Those who want to improve beyond the basics and advance into high-level gameplay can enjoy learning how to execute intermediate and advanced techniques such as rush chains, vanishing assaults, advanced counters, and more. And you can actually see here Gohan actually continuing a combo, first by knocking the enemy away, following up, and then smashing them away. The Dragon Smash can be performed after knocking back your opponent. And Dragon Smash is the one where you chase after them and do another attack. I know there's the Dragon Vanish, where you vanish to the other side instead. Like, after you do this knockback attack, you can vanish to the other side and then do another attack. And then there's usually an end attack you can do after you do all of the inputs in it. You don't have to do all the inputs, you could just do the end attack if you want right away. But you can also squeeze out more damage by seeing how much more Dragon Smashes or Vanishes you can get in this, and that's pretty cool. Tenkaichi 3 also had this. Players can move 360 degrees, but also charge and utilize their ki to use Dragon Dash to move rapidly around the battlefield. Players can also use Dragon Dash to execute follow-up attacks after knocking back their opponent. And we can see the Vanish Assault follow-up into the Lightning Attack. Press to perform a lightning attack after knocking back your opponents. After knocking back the enemy, the lightning attack is the same input as it was in Tenkaichi 3, where your character shows up from above and kicks the enemy to the ground. It's way more cinematic this time around than it is in Tenkaichi 3. There's like a camera angle showing the kick about to happen, and then it happens, right? Whereas in Tenkaichi 3, it was just kind of like the DBZ anime, where like Frieza would come out of nowhere and like just dive kick Goku straight into the ground or something like that, you know? Or Goku doing that to Frieza, where they would just show up immediately. But here it's way more cinematic. I do appreciate that, though, because the character models are beautiful. And getting to see them for any extra amount of time is just a bonus to me. Additionally, new gameplay reveals shows how players might be able to access Vanishing Assaults to quickly gain the upper hand against unsuspecting opponents. This mode also reveals how players can follow up these attacks with additional movements and attacks to string into combos. Counter and dodge the opponent. And we can see the super perception being used, which is just hold the button, I guess, to get the option to counter. All right. Yeah, we see it. Okay. So this used to be the God button, if I recall. I'm not sure if, because holding God would just be a normal block, but this is a counter instead now. So that's very interesting. I'm not sure if that's the God button anymore. Maybe that's just a more general like option now. God button might be a trigger. That might be a bit faster for some people, I imagine. But Super Perception. Hold to activate Super Perception and counter your opponent's rush attack. So then remember, this only counts as melee attacks and not melee super attacks, just actual raw punches. Even then, I don't think it counts as smashes. There's a difference between rushes and smashes. Smashes are like big hits. So I think if you tried to use this against a smash, it probably wouldn't work, since they did say rush attacks. Getting caught in your opponent's attacks, Battle Training Mode also goes in depth on how to counter rush attacks by using Perception and Super Perception. And here we can see Gohan is using a Z counter. Just before a follow-up attack lands, press to perform a Z counter. So press the moment a follow-up attack lands. I think R1 might be the new guard button, because guard and dodge, I think, were pretty much the same button in Tenkaichi 3. And you would press them almost the moment you get hit by a big attack, and it would allow you to just dodge it instead. So this might be the new guard button, and we get to see what the follow-up attack looks like, as well as the Z counter, where you vanish to the other side and you just, you know, hit the enemy with something real quick. Players can also dodge an opponent's follow-up attack by utilizing Z counters, change up the flow of battle by using these defensive moves to your advantage, and that's what we see right here. Then we also get to see maximizing all your moves. Finally, true to Sparking Zero's legacy, the mode also covers how players might charge their ki and go into Sparking mode. That's the new max power mode. We finally have a full name confirmation, which unlocks a powerful ability for each character. It requires at least one skill count to enter the mode. Once you've completed your training, the mode helps players combine what they have learned and teaches how to string together attacks, vanishing assaults, and sparking modes to unleash a devastating combo on their opponents. And we get to a sparking combo, which is combos you can only do when you're in the sparking mode, such as being able to utilize super attacks really quickly at the end of a combo, or release an ultimate attack really quickly at the end of a combo. And here we can see one for Goten, where he has one attack which stuns you into a vanishing follow-up attack, and then he releases the ultimate attack afterwards. So that's actually pretty cool. So we know what the vanish looks like. To do an immediate vanishing attack, it seems to be the super dash button, or at least the dash button, which is the X button, which would be A for Xbox, and then square, which would be X for PlayStation. So those at the same time basically would lead into a vanishing attack, and then immediately you can do the ultimate attack from that, and that is considered a sparking combo. Okay. That concludes our first look at Battle Training Mode in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Prepare for the ultimate Dragon Ball battle experience by utilize Battle Training Modes to train for future fights and journeys. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero make its long-awaited launch on October 11th, 2024 on PlayStation 5. Again, don't forget it's on other consoles too. Those who pre-order the Deluxe Ultimate Edition will be able to play the game 3 days early, so be sure to pre-order today and a link to do so. So if you have a PlayStation, this is your link. Make sure you check out, link in the description to all of this so you guys can check out when you need to, right? And then don't forget, at the bottom of the article, there is a link to pre-order the game whenever you would like to do so, lads. Either way, I think this is a pretty good place to end the video. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you enjoyed the video, then obviously again, please leave a like in the video. Don't forget to subscribe, as it greatly supports the channel. And leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to hit that bell, because we are getting new stuff every day now. Like literally every day. So that'll be it. Love you all. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time, fellas. Take care and peace.